mountains. It is always important to remember why you are out here, why you want to go through all this effort and hardship. I mean, you are out here by choice, right? There are two main motivators to get us into the wild. The first is the adventure, the surprises we get along the way, the views that only those who dare to put in the effort will see. The second is the challenge. We want to see what we are capable of and are always trying to push ourselves a little more each time. We want to feel small, we want to feel powerful, and we want to grow. Make sure you spend time on the reason you are here. We almost made the mistake on this last day and skipped a surprise adventure. Way across the lake, we thought we saw a pair of red Canada chairs. We initially decided not to spend the extra distance on the side trail to get to that spot and continued past for a couple hundred meters before realizing what we had just done. The reason we are here is to find adventure, find surprises, and we had just walked past a side quest. We made the decision to turn back to search for these chairs, and what a great side quest it was. You only get out of the adventure what you put into it, so make sure you invest in the parts that are important to you. In search of the red chairs.
We're still hunting down the red chairs. They're just across this little jut of land, apparently.
So cool.
We did it. It was only an extra kilometer out here, so an extra 2K total. We found the red chairs, and we're going to enjoy them for a bit.
We've also learned over the last year that you can tarnish the enjoyment of something good by trying to force it to be longer than it should. We had the option to do the remaining 22 kilometers in 1 or 2 days. We knew the rest of the trip would be less interesting than the last 3 days, and the low kilometers would mean we would get into camp super early if we split them into 2 days. We decided to tentatively aim to do the whole 22K on the 5th day, and if something came up and we wanted to do something that would add kilometers to the trip, then we could always change our mind and take the 6th day as initially planned.
The boardwalk is pretty cruisy, but it's very hard on your feet compared to dirt, and I'm glad it's almost over.
So we saw this caution sign right before like a switchback kind of thing, and we're on a really popular trail, so we thought it was just a caution for hikers, and that was kind of funny because like it's not that bad. And then we noticed the freaking cross-country ski symbol on the top, and it became freaking metal because like people freaking ski this trail. That's something else. So we've reached Lost Horse Campsite, which is where we're registered to stay tonight. And it's 1:18, and beer is calling. So I think we're going to continue to the trailhead. Our feet kind of hurt a lot, but that's why we're resting, and we'll be able to push through. So, Connor says yes. We tend to spend a lot of time on the last day of the trip reflecting on the challenges and highlights over the past days. We felt more confident in our overall abilities after conquering Fatigue Pass and having our first experience with creek crossings. We were reminded to consider our abilities and experiences when listening to other hikers describe obstacles and challenges. We recognized the views we had seen over the last 5 days were probably the best of any trip thus far. Reflecting like this at the end of the trip lets all of our experiences over the last few days really sink in and helps us appreciate our growth and the fun that we've had.
Here we are at the final gate. This marks the end of the hike. It's a large pull gate to keep the grizzlies out or in.
Uh-huh. Celebrate!